The office of the Chancellor fell into silence. Mace Windu was gone. Smoke curled through the shattered room. For one terrible second, Anakin Skywalker stood frozen between two futures. On one side stood Darth Sidious, smiling through pain, promising power over death. On the other stood the memory of Padme, frightened, alone, and begging him to come back to her. Then Anakin made the choice he should have made from the start. He stepped away from Sidious. "No," he said, voice shaking. "I will not trade her soul for yours." Sidious rose slowly, his face twisted with rage. He called Anakin weak. He called him a fool. He promised Padme would still die, and the Republic would burn without him. But Anakin was already moving. He sprinted from the chamber, stole a speeder, and drove into the night, like a man chased by his own shadow. Coruscant blurred around him. Every red light felt like a warning. Every breath felt too late. At last he reached Padme's apartment. She turned as the doors opened, fear in her eyes, then shock, then hope. "Anakin?" He fell to his knees before her. "I almost became someone else," he said. "Sidious lied to me. I wanted power to save you, but I was the one destroying us." Padme knelt with him, holding his face in trembling hands. She saw the terror in him, and the boy she once loved beneath the war. For the first time in months, Anakin told the truth. About the visions, about the fear, about the blood already on his hands. Padme listened in tears. Then, the room shook. Far above the city, a dark presence moved closer. Sidious had felt his betrayal, and now the Dark Lord was coming for Padme, the unborn twins, and Anakin. On Coruscant, there was nowhere left to run, and as the lights outside flickered red, Anakin realized his real war was only beginning. Heat rolled across Mustafar like a living storm. Ash drifted through the air. Rivers of fire cut the black ground apart. On the landing platform, Anakin Skywalker stood alone, staring at the smoke above the Separatist complex. The mission was over. The leaders were dead, but victory felt empty. For the first time since entering the dark, he heard only silence. Then Padme's ship appeared through the red sky. Anakin rushed forward, desperate, afraid, and ashamed. Padme stepped down slowly, one hand over her stomach, the other trembling at her side. She expected anger. She expected lies. Instead, she saw a man falling apart. "I did terrible things," Anakin said. "I thought it was the only way to save you." Padme did not step back. She moved closer. "No power that asks for murder can save us," she said. "Anakin, look at me. This is not you." The words hit harder than any blade. He looked into her eyes and saw no fear of death, only fear of losing him. That broke something inside him. The rage that Sidious had fed began to crack. The justifications sounded weak. The future he wanted suddenly looked like a prison. Anakin dropped to his knees. Padme held him as the fires roared around them. He confessed everything: the temple, the younglings, the lies of Sidious, the terror that had driven every choice. Padme wept, but she did not let go. She told him there was still one path left. Tell the truth. Face what he had done. Choose who he would be next. Hidden inside the ship, Obi-Wan Kenobi heard every word. He stepped toward the ramp, hand on his lightsaber, torn between duty and hope. Behind him, the engines cooled, and Mustafar waited for one choice to decide the fate of everyone. Then the ramp opened fully. Obi-Wan stepped out into the red light. Padme turned in shock. Anakin rose slowly, eyes wet, chest shaking. And on the edge of the lava, Master and brother faced each other again. Obi-Wan stepped onto the black stone, but this time he did not ignite his lightsaber. The red light of Mustafar painted his face in grief, not fury. Padme stood between them, shaking. Anakin looked broken, covered in ash, his eyes no longer burning with the madness Obi-Wan had feared. For a long moment, none of them moved. Then Obi-Wan spoke. "If there is any part of my old apprentice left, prove it now." Anakin did not reach for his weapon. He unclipped his lightsaber and dropped it onto the ground. The sound echoed across the platform like a confession. Padme stared at him in shock. Obi-Wan's guard stayed high, but his blade remained dark. Anakin told him everything. Sidious was the Sith Lord. The Republic had already fallen into a trap. The temple attack had happened because he believed Padme would die. Every crime led back to that fear. He did not ask for forgiveness. He only asked for one chance to stop what he had helped begin. Obi-Wan wanted to hate him. He wanted anger to make the choice easy. But he could hear the truth in Anakin's voice, and that made it harder. This was not the triumphant fall of a new Sith. This was a wounded man, standing over the ruins of his own soul. "You will answer for what you've done," Obi-Wan said. "But first, we stop Sidious." Padme exhaled like she had been holding her breath for a lifetime. For one fragile second, hope returned. Then a cold tremor moved through the Force. The sky above Mustafar darkened. A shuttle descended through the smoke, fast and silent. Sidious had not come to bargain. He came to kill his failing apprentice, seize Padme and the twins, and drown this last chance for redemption in fire forever. The landing craft touched down. Its door began to open, and on the edge of the lava, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme faced the Dark Lord together for the first time. Darth Sidious stepped down from the shuttle with his cloak untouched by the ash. The firelight bent around him, and the dark side rolled across the platform like a storm. Padme felt it first. Obi-Wan reached for his saber. Anakin did not move. He stared at the man he had once called Master and saw, at last, the truth behind every promise. "You chose weakness," Sidious said. "Now, you will watch it die." His hands rose, and Force lightning tore across the landing pad. Obi-Wan caught part of it on his blade, but the blast threw him backward. Padme hit the ground. Anakin stepped in front of her, pulling the energy into his saber, his arms shaking under the sheer weight of Sidious's power. This was no lesson now. This was execution. Sidious drove forward, attacking without pause. He struck at Anakin's guilt, at Obi-Wan's doubt, at Padme's fear. He wanted them divided. He wanted Anakin angry enough to fall again. But Mustafar had changed. Every second Anakin stood beside Padme instead of above her made Sidious more dangerous. Obi-Wan rose and joined the fight. Blue and blue met red lightning in the smoke. Master and apprentice moved together for the first time since the war began. Not as generals, but as brothers trying to stop a monster they had both failed to see. He could not overpower Sidious here. Anakin realized that too late. The Emperor had clone armies, the Senate, the Temple in ruins, and the whole Republic listening to his voice. Even if they survived Mustafar, the galaxy would call them traitors. Padme shouted for them to fall back. Anakin shattered the platform controls with the Force, sending steam and sparks into the air. Under that cover, Obi-Wan pulled Padme toward the ship. Sidious cut through the smoke, but he did not chase them blindly. He smiled. Then he opened a channel to Coruscant. Within minutes, the Empire heard a new lie. Anakin Skywalker had betrayed the Republic. Obi-Wan Kenobi had joined him, and Padmé Amidala was now a fugitive carrying enemies of the state. And as their ship fled into the dark, the greatest hunt in the galaxy began. Padme's ship tore out of Mustafar's orbit with alarms screaming through every corridor. Obi-Wan rushed to the controls. Padme fought for breath in the passenger bay. Anakin stood in the center of the cabin staring into nothing, as if he could still feel Sidious reaching for them through the stars. There was no safe world left. Sidious had turned the Republic against them in a single broadcast. Clones would answer his command. Senators would bow to fear. Even surviving Jedi might see Anakin only as the butcher of the Temple. That truth hit Obi-Wan hard, but Padme saw something else. For the first time in years, Anakin was no longer fighting for rank, prophecy, or power. He was fighting for her, and for the children she carried. That gave him a purpose the dark side could not twist so easily. They changed course for Polis Massa, one of the few places still hidden enough to buy time. On the way, Obi-Wan forced Anakin to face what came next. If we protect Padme, we need allies. If we stop Sidious, we need the truth. Anakin agreed. He gave Obi-Wan security codes, hidden routes, and names of clone commanders still moving under direct orders from Coruscant. Every confession became a weapon they could use against the Empire. Every secret made Sidious less untouchable. But the cost stayed close. Padme went into waves of pain, and the ship's medical droid warned that stress was pushing her and the twins toward danger. Anakin never left her side. When she reached for his hand, he held it like it was the last thing keeping him in the light. Then, Obi-Wan saw it on the scanner. 3 Republic cruisers dropped from hyperspace ahead, forming a wall of steel between the fugitives and their only hope to escape. The trap was already closing. Then a secure Jedi signal flashed across the console. It was Master Yoda. He was alive. And before Obi-Wan could answer, Anakin heard the words that would force every surviving Jedi to face the truth. Yoda's message cut through the cockpit like a blade. He was alive. So was Bail Organa. A handful of Jedi had escaped the wave of the Purge and were moving through secret routes, trying to understand how the Republic had died in a night. Obi-Wan answered at once. He told them Sidious was the Sith Lord. He told them the temple had fallen. Then he said the words no one was ready to hear. Anakin turned back. Silence followed. At a station above Polis Massa, the survivors met by hologram. Yoda appeared tired. Bail looked shattered. The Jedi alive spoke with anger, grief, and disbelief. To them, Anakin was not a victim. He was the blade that had cut the Order open. Anakin did not hide from that truth. He stepped into view and confessed everything. His fear of losing Padme, his bargain with Sidious, the blood on his hands. He did not beg for mercy. He asked for one thing, a chance to help destroy the Empire before worlds burned. Some wanted him executed. Others wanted him abandoned. But Yoda listened. He saw the difference between a fallen Jedi clinging to power and a broken man willing to suffer for what he had done. Padme's love had done what the Council never could. It had forced Anakin to face his fear instead of obey it. That truth wounded them all. The Jedi had preached peace, yet failed to see the loneliness inside their chosen one. Now the Order was gone, and the survivors had to choose. Protect their rules, or save the future. Yoda made the choice. There is still good in him, he said. Use it, we must. Then alarms blared across the station. Imperial probes had found the sector. The Council's debate was over. Their rebellion had begun. For the first time since the fall of the Republic, the Jedi stopped waiting for rescue. They would vanish into the shadows, gather allies, and fight back on their own terms. And somewhere in that new war, Anakin Skywalker would have to prove that redemption was not a dream. It was the only weapon the Empire never expected. The survivors scattered before the Imperial probes could lock on. Bail Organa moved Padme to a hidden outpost. Yoda vanished into shadow. Obi-Wan and Anakin took the dangerous path, because someone had to turn the hunters away from the future. For days, they lived ship to ship, moon to moon, never sleeping twice in the place. Anakin used everything Sidious had taught him about fear, pursuit, and control, then turned it against the Empire. He predicted clone patrol routes. He sabotaged supply lines. He struck listening posts before they could report rebel movement. At first, the survivors did not trust him. Some Jedi would not even stand in the same room with him, but when a purge squad cornered a group of younglings on a mining world, Anakin went alone. He cut through stormtroopers, held back blaster fire with the Force, and carried the children to safety while taking a blaster burn across his shoulder. He did not ask for thanks. He only said, "Keep them moving." That act changed something. Whispers spread through channels. A Jedi who had fallen was fighting his way back. Senators began passing funds. Smugglers opened routes. Clone deserters sent warnings. The rebellion was still nameless, but it was alive. Padme felt it too as she prepared for the twins' birth. Hope was returning, and that made Sidious more dangerous than ever. He could survive scattered fugitives. He could not allow a symbol. So the Emperor answered with fire. He announced emergency powers, deployed fleets to key worlds, and baited the hidden network with a single target, Naboo. Anakin froze when the message appeared. Sidious was not attacking a planet. He was attacking Padme's heart. If Naboo fell, the rebellion would lose more than an ally. It would lose the last place that still remembered peace. Now the war became personal again. To save Padme's home, Anakin would have to step into the light where the whole galaxy could see him. And the moment he did, the Empire's secret purge would become something even bigger. A civil war was about to begin. Naboo did not fall quietly. When Star Destroyers entered orbit, local defense pilots rose at once, and the Royal Security Forces sealed the cities. Across the HoloNet, Palpatine called the occupation a necessary strike against traitors. But the people of Naboo heard the truth. They heard fear. They heard the Emperor moving fast, too openly, because somewhere in the dark, his victory was slipping away. Anakin understood the message better than anyone. Sidious wanted him to come. He wanted the former hero of the Republic to appear over Naboo, defending the world of Padmé Amidala. That would turn rumor into truth. The galaxy would see that the Jedi Purge had failed, that Skywalker lived, and that the Emperor had a rival strong enough to challenge him. It was a trap. It was also a call that Anakin could not ignore. Obi-Wan argued for caution. Bail wanted evacuation routes, hidden shields, and time. Yoda warned that Sidious fed on desperate choices. But Padme looked at the map, then at Anakin, and knew what Naboo meant. If her homeworld burned while they hid, every neutral system would learn the lesson. Stand aside or face the Empire alone. She would not let fear become the Empire's greatest weapon. So they chose to fight in the open, but not as a last stand. Bail sent word through secret channels to worlds that still doubted the Emperor. Mon Cala, Chandrila, Onderon, and senators received the same signal. Watch Naboo. Watch who attacks it. Watch who defends it. If Sidious answered every question with war, then war would expose him faster than speech. The first battle of the New Age would be more than a rescue. It would be proof. Anakin led the strike himself. He flew the fighter he had once piloted as a boy above Theed, but now every turn carried the weight of worlds. Imperial cruisers opened fire. Naboo fighters broke apart in bright pieces. Then Anakin cut through the center of the formation like a blade of light. Clone pilots moved to intercept him, and for one bitter moment he recognized their tactics. Because he had shaped them, he used that knowledge without mercy. One cruiser lost shields. Another drifted burning into the clouds. On the ground, Obi-Wan and a small Jedi team struck the Palace District before Imperial Command could take it. They did not hold ground for glory. They moved civilians, broke prisons, and kept the streets from becoming killing zones. Padme refused to stay hidden. Against orders, she broadcast from a secure bunker beneath Theed. Her voice reached homes, ships, barracks, and Senate offices. She named Palpatine what he truly was. Not a savior, not a leader, a tyrant who feared the truth. That message changed everything. Systems that had accepted the birth of the Empire as a sad necessity now saw Star Destroyers hanging over Naboo while Padmé Amidala called for witnesses, not revenge. Some captains refused orders. Some senators vanished before arrest teams arrived. Even clones hesitated when they heard her. The war did not divide the galaxy along lines of Jedi and Sith. It split families, fleets, and governments. It became a civil war because ordinary people finally understood they had a choice. Sidious answered with terror. He arrived above Naboo in person, guarded by his red-robed protectors and the full weight of the fleet. He wanted one final victory that would end the question of Anakin Skywalker forever. Their duel took place in the hangar at Theed, beneath shattered glass and falling sparks. Sidious attacked like pure hatred given form. Anakin fought like a man trying to hold back a storm from the people behind him. He was not stronger than the Emperor. He was steadier. That difference saved him. When Sidious drove lightning into the chamber, Anakin did not answer with rage. He anchored himself in every reason he had turned back. Padme, the twins, Obi-Wan, the younglings he had failed. The future still waiting beyond his shame. He bent the blast aside long enough for Naboo guards to drop the shield doors between the Emperor and his fleet. Sidious escaped, but not as a conqueror. He fled a world that had refused to kneel, and the whole galaxy watched him go. Hours later, as fires cooled across the capital, Padme gave birth in hiding. Luke cried first. Leia followed. Their voices were small, but to those who heard them, they sounded like the future returning. Anakin stood beside Padme, exhausted and scarred, yet himself. No black armor sealed him away. No mask buried his name. Darth Vader never rose in this timeline, because the last part of Anakin Skywalker had not died on Mustafar. It chose to stay, to suffer, and to fight for something greater than power. Last lines. But the war was only beginning. Sidious still had the throne, the fleet, and the fear of a wounded galaxy. Now he faced something far more dangerous than a fallen apprentice. He faced Anakin Skywalker reborn and a civil war that would decide the fate of the Force itself.